What's up, guys? Abstract Tiger Productions here. I am Chris.
I'm Drew.
And we are back with another episode of The Bad Batch. I have been chomping at the bits all week for this episode after the insanity that happened last week. Oh, first off, what happened? My favorite character came back. That's all we need to know. Let's get into the episode right now, okay? I should just hard cut, go black. Sopranos it.
Wow.
No, yeah, Cad Bane showed up, and something I noticed in a subsequent rewatch of the episode, and something that apparently other people caught on, other reactors caught on much more than I did, but then again, I was just more in awe seeing Cad Bane back after whatnot. The reason why he won that drawdown duel with Hunter, couple of reasons. Well, one, Hunter is a trained soldier.
Yes.
He's been trained when he draws to come up to here.
Right.
Cad Bane, he comes from the hip and just points him here. So that's a whole lot quicker than drawing here.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I really thought it was going to be a hand-to-hand thing. Like I said in our previous episode, and also my own subsequent rewatch of the entire series up to this point. I've watched every one of Hunter's fights, and that's what he would do. He would dodge the blaster fire and then come in with his knife.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that, and I'm like,
well,
really?
Yeah, he could also have... One of the reasons why I think he did that is because this is an unknown of... entity, I guess you could say.
Yeah, he didn't even know who he was. He just said there's another bounty hunter.
He didn't know what he was. They didn't know what his abilities were.
Right.
All the other times that he has done what you would suspect was either against fellow clones.
Yep.
Or clankers.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yeah, droids, which are very predictable. So.
Right.
So he can easily do that.
Yes.
Against somebody like Cad Bane, you have no idea. He just shows up. Okay, I don't know who this guy is. I have no idea what kind of capabilities he has. So I'm going to just hang back at a distance and see what we got.
There's a random blue dude standing in front of me who watches way too much Clint Eastwood.
Oh, gosh. No, this happened a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Clint Eastwood copied him, okay? All right. Now that we got that out of the way.
Clint Eastwood is playing live-action Cad Bane. You heard it first.
At
now 90 years old. At 90 years old.
No, I'm now imagining all of his spaghetti westerns that he has done through the 60s and 70s, maybe even through the 80s, I don't know. But now somebody has gone and reskinned his face to be Cad Bane.
I'm kind of living for
Especially
that. A fistful of dollars with Cad Bane instead.
Yeah, then in the...
Oh my god!
Yeah, fistful of dollars... Outlaw,
a few dollars more.
Outlaw Josie Whale.
Yeah.
Outlaw Cad Bane. Anyways.
Train track.
Yeah. And let's see here. What happened? Oh, yeah. They were... Before Cad Bane showed up, there was a whole thing before that. Surprisingly. I don't know why, but... they were... The group, or Bad Batch groupies, were going to try to take a lot of the weaponry from this cruiser and basically sell it to Sid to try to get out of debt with her.
Yeah. That was the whole plot of them staying on Baraka.
Yes.
Instead of leaving as soon as they knew they were caught.
It didn't work out because immediately Crosshair showed up with 3 ships full of clones.
Yep.
And plus his 3 other cronies that have working with him.
Right.
Wrecker threw a proton torpedo at the fire, which was hilarious and rewatching over and over again. He was like, whoo, bang, just like he just chucked a baseball. He's just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then
It's hard to remember how strong Wrecker really is.
Yeah.
Because the only time we've ever seen him go full out was when he, quote-unquote, hulked out.
Yeah, went Order 66.
Yeah, he went full Order 66. And that's the only time we've seen him at full strength, but...
Even then I think he was kind of...
They use his strength as a gag.
Right.
For a lot of situations.
Yeah. And then they used up all of the explosives that to basically escape an ion engine.
Yes. By slicing it in half with controlled explosions.
Yes.
I still think that's the coolest thing.
And at the same time, giving Crosshair a nice toasty look.
Yes. Yeah, he's got
not happy.
He's got happy. He's got a bum arm, and I believe his face is now scarred from the explosion.
Is now, at least burnt.
Yeah, because he was bandaged here and bandaged across his face. So.
Oh yeah, and then at the very beginning we had Omega being taught by none other than Wrecker how to disarm explosives.
Yes. But it was a smoke bomb.
It was a smoke bomb. He's not crazy.
CPS. Don't call CPS. It was just a smoke bomb. We got official confirmation that the Kaminoans hired Fennec.
And also they
and
Cad Bane now, and we'll see how that turns out to be.
One more thing. It took 8 episodes, but we finally got a name for the ship.
Yeah.
It's the Marauder.
Yeah.
We had multiple names that could possibly be it.
Yeah,
but
the Havoc Marauder was like something that I saw online, but maybe he just shortened it to Marauder, but yes.
Thought we said Harbinger.
But yeah.
Was one of the possible names.
Yeah, it was an H.
Yeah, Harbinger.
But, anyways.
Yeah, so I thought that was cool because I like, names and names associated with toys. So now I can look for a Marauder toy. Yay.
Yeah, okay.
Plan 7.
Yeah, and Plan 7 had absolutely nothing to do with escaping an ion engine.
Yeah, absolutely nothing.
I think somebody else had made the comment that this was the only plan that Wrecker actually remembered. That's why he's bringing it up. What about Plan 7? No, has nothing to do with what we're in.
Has nothing to do with our current situation.
Okay. All right. So I am ready. I am ready to get into this episode. Oh, man. I am so looking forward to this to see what kind of shenanigans that Dave Filoni has come up with.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm ready to get into it.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. All right. I wonder if George Lucas ever thought it would get to something like this whenever he was making the original Star Wars in 77. Or 76 and 77. 75.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I wonder what his thoughts are on the Bad Batch. I wonder if anybody's ever asked him that question. Bad Batch! Bounty lost. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, somebody's being shot at. Oh, our Bad Batchers are being shot at by...
Don't let them get away.
Crosshair, yes.
Not without Omega. The bounty hunter who took her is long gone. We'll have no chance of finding them if Crosshair shoots us down.
Facts.
Yeah.
Your deflector shields are failing. Make the jump.
No, she's not on Braca anymore.
No, she's definitely not on Braca. Mm-hmm.
Looking for your communication device? It has been confiscated and placed in a secure compartment.
I said, let me out of here.
I would advise you to cooperate. Mr. Bane does not respond well to
Mr.
prisoners who
Bane?
are difficult.
How's my asset doing?
My name is Omega. Who are you?
Cad Bane at your service.
Your personal interest in the young clone has threatened our operation enough.
Ooh.
Dunway, You will go to our abandoned facility on Borodeo. Bring the
Borodeo.
bounty hunter his payment and recover our property. Once you have retrieved the genetic material needed, terminate her.
No.
I could fix your leg, if you want. It's a simple booster adjustment. I've done it a bunch of times for AZ3 back on Camino.
Cad Bane. He had multiple run-ins with the Jedi, and was responsible for attempting to abduct Chancellor Palpatine. First the bounty hunter on Pandora, now this guy? Why are they after the kid?
Because she's more valuable than we realized.
What do you mean?
I further analyzed Omega's genetic profile and discovered she has pure first-generation DNA.
Whoa.
What does that mean?
All clones were created from a host named Jango Fett.
Mm-hmm.
While our genetic structure was modified for growth acceleration and obedience, Omega is a pure genetic replication.
How many clones like that exist?
To my knowledge, there's only one other. A male clone, codenamed Alpha, later referred to as Boba.
Oh.
Since he disappeared at the start of the war, that makes Omega the sole living source of Fett's raw genetic material.
I'm only a kid.
Oh,
all right,
she's
but
pulling the
wait,
innocent kid.
Right.
To anyone.
Of course not. There. How does your leg feel?
It is misaligned. You will need to adjust the calibration. But be careful.
Relax. I've done this before.
Oh my, yes, that's working. It feels brand new.
Oops.
Sorry. It's only temporary.
Mhm.
Now, where did you hide my comm device?
Ooh. Very Bespin-esque.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
But then again, you know, they did say it was an abandoned Camino
Right.
facility, so. Uh-oh.
Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Where is it? Yes.
Glitchy droids? What's taking so long? Odo, where's the kid?
Mr. Bane, she's quite obviously right there.
Whoops.
Oh.
Uh-oh
Uh-oh.
is right. Oh. Wait a minute.
Omega! Omega, are you there? Omega! It's long range. I'll try to boost the signal.
I don't. I guess I'm not supposed to question it. I don't. Just alright.
Right.
Hunter? I'm here. I got away, but you have to hurry.
Where are you?
I don't know where I am.
We're coming for you. The signal's too weak to establish a direct connection.
Need a relay of your position. Try to create a power surge. Can you find a panel nearby?
There's one by a door. Looks like the one's on Tapoka City.
That's good. First, see if you can activate it.
See if there's any power left. Oh, of course, there's always power left. Because in Star Wars universe, there's infinite power.
Mm-hmm.
We could use that here.
I'll say, doesn't everything basically run on solar at this point?
You're coming with me.
Omega,
Get up!
do you copy?
Oopsie.
I still can't get a good read.
Omega!
Oop. Well, now it's dead.
Yup.
You'll soon find out.
That's not.
I told you you'd be sorry when my friends showed up.
Quiet.
Oh.
Torn Way?
Why?
She needs help!
None you can give.
Nope.
It is.
Yep, it's
okay.
Finnick.
Fennec Shand.
You of all people know it's all about the price. Besides, she was my score first.
That's my case you're holding. Hand it over and I'll let you walk out of here.
How about a trade? The case for the girl.
Sounds fair?
Okay.
You first.
Oh boy, here we go. Uh-oh. There goes the money.
Yep.
Oh. Ow.
Boom, boom.
Oh. What was... Early clone experiments?
Apparently so.
Aha. Communications tower. That looks all janky.
Does indeed.
I think I've got her. She's in the leader system. Where in the leader system? I'm pinpointing the exact coordinates. Hang on.
So we're in the Lido system again.
Why did you kill Torn Wei?
Part of the job. You should thank me. What their prime minister has planned for you is far worse than why I'm here.
What does he want me for?
You already know the answer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you.
You said the same thing on Pantora.
There you are. You are coming with me.
Oh!
Nice kick.
Oh! Ew.
Yo.
Oh! That looks very Snoke-esque. Like,
Yeah.
pre...
I was thinking the same exact thing.
Oh, that cannot smell good at all.
No.
Oh.
Playtime's over, little lady.
No.
Did she just take him out with a bolo?
His gun, yes. Oh, hand. Oh! It's like it looked like they were gonna kiss. He has a hard head.
Indeed.
Oh! She has a hard helmet.
Does he actually need that respirator? Like, can she just rip it off?
I think the only reason why he has that is whenever he was fighting against Jedi, in case they tried to force choke him, he could still breathe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or if he's in an atmosphere, he can't actually
Right,
breathe.
okay.
That will not get you very far.
Haha. Well, that worked.
Turtle.
Oh. He's not happy.
Mm-mm.
Where do you think you are going?
Away? Oh no.
Did he just lose his booster again?
No.
Oh, okay. That would have been funny. Now you know how Wrecker felt.
Oh. Fire. Oh.
I am digging the bolos. Do you seriously have boosters on your boots?
Yes. First time you see him in Clone Wars, he has them.
I'm gonna have to rewatch Clone Wars.
It looks like a Saiyan pod from
It
Dragon
so
Ball Z.
does. Yeah, like, totally.
Oops, running out of fuel.
Oh, that didn't last long.
Omega! You in there? Ah, good to have you back, kid.
that had to have hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But still.
Love is pain.
Why is this happening? Why are the Kaminolans after me?
Hunter, you have to tell her.
Yeah, you have to tell her.
Get us in the air.
I am trying, but our systems are not responding.
Oh, I wonder if Finnick did something to his ship.
Yeah.
Have been sabotaged.
Yep. There she goes.
Omega was rescued by the same clones I encountered on Pantora. I can track them.
I will transfer your payment.
If you change your mind, you know how to reach me.
I don't want to end up an experiment in a tube.
That's not gonna happen.
If I'm as valuable as you say, Lama Su will keep sending bounty hunters after me.
He can send everyone in the galaxy. You have us. You don't have to worry. You are never going back to Kamino.
Promise?
I promise.
Oh, wow. All right. Goodness. Okay. It did wrap up pretty quick.
Yeah.
It didn't help that Finnick showed up and put a damper on things, but
Right.
so well, we had a firefight,
Yes.
which turned into a hand-to-hand fight
Yes.
between Cad Bane and Finnick, which
Yes.
they still seem to be pretty much even.
Mm-hmm.
Cad Bane has the experience behind him. Finnick seems to have a lot more combat, like hand-to-hand combat. Maybe a little bit more than what he does.
Yeah.
But
There were also two different styles of fighting.
yes,
So there were two different disciplines.
Yes. He's a little bit more long range per se. Likes to use his. Granted, he's also more used to fighting against Jedi, which
Right.
you do not want to get up close with.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Lightsaber, no.
yes, it makes a bad day for your hand.
Yeah.
Unless if you're a Skywalker, that is.
Or a Windu.
You
I
still
think
got
Kenobi's
Skywalker.
the only one that got to keep any appendage.
Yes. We also got to see very briefly, I think that other Kaminoan, the let's see here, Tonway.
Yep.
Yes. Tonway. I think she was also in episode 2.
Yep.
We got to see, and now she's dead.
Yeah.
Finnick just killed her after getting paid.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, she was gonna steal the money and the girl.
Yes. But ooh. It is kind of lucky that Nalase did not go.
Yeah.
It was. Otherwise,
Yeah, but then
she was dead. But
she wouldn't have been, because if Lama Su, the Prime Minister, hired Cad Bane to retrieve her for the purpose of bad reasons, and
Nalase did the transaction with
Finnick to keep her safe.
To a certain extent, yes. At least at this point, yes. Based on what Lama Su did say there, they were planning on extracting whatever necessary DNA from Omega and then just kill her.
Yeah.
So we did learn that both Boba Fett and Omega are first gen.
Yes.
They have the first gen DNA strands. Mainly, yeah, because
I put untampered kids.
Essentially,
Yeah.
And they have like the original DNA from Django.
Yeah.
Which that means Boba and Omega, you can say, are like brother and sister.
Yeah.
So
that's why I was thinking, does Boba know about Omega?
I doubt it.
Because he
Not
would have
with
been
the way Nala Se has been protective of her. I think they kept her separate. I think it was a little side project that she started. Who knows?
Yeah.
Probably shortly after Django's death, I would imagine.
See, I would think the ages don't match up that way. I would think that.
I think Boba is a little older.
He was about 13.
I think Boba is a little older by this time. Granted, they have not come out and said how old Omega is actually, but I believe Boba is a little bit older.
How long did the Clone Wars last? 7 years, right?
No, I think some speculate it's like 3.5 years.
Oh, okay.
Depending on how you view when it started and when it ended.
Oh, okay.
But that's the average.
I was thinking of the number of seasons.
No. That would be
saying,
great.
Like,
yeah,
because that would explain why Anakin aged up so fast.
Well, you could...
Because he was about 19 at the beginning of Clone Wars, and he's close to about
22.
I was going to say 25. Okay.
By the time that it ended.
Yeah.
And he got put in the suit. But
yeah. Okay.
23, depending on when his birthday falls, you know. And,
yeah.
But if he's a January baby, then, you know, it's...
I was going to say, do we know that information?
No,
since
we don't.
He doesn't have a father? He's a Force baby.
Yeah, he's a Force baby. And a lot of in the Legends canon, it was Palpatine who manipulated to create the perfect Padawan or apprentice. But, you know, that's not canon no more. But regardless, we're getting way off topic. It was good seeing Cad Bane in action again.
Yes.
Granted, and probably an element that he hasn't had to be in, you know, hand to hand in a long time. Going back to the two different styles of, you know, that we see between him and Finnick.
Right.
She's a little bit more up close and personal. He's a lot more long range. But as shown by when she basically took some shuriken, threw it at Toto, spiked him both, and then kicked him out of the air.
Yeah.
Just instantly. Just like it was nothing. And then she got a cracked tube dropped on her, and oh man. That could not have smelled good. Because who knows how long those things have been in there.
Since it's abandoned, yeah.
Yeah. Which kind of wondering, how long has it been? I mean, it obviously by the amount of, I guess, entropy. Or, yeah, that's a fancy word for things falling apart. But those of you who are in thermodynamics know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But the amount of rust and dilapidation that place had, it could have easily been pre-Clone Wars.
Oh, I was thinking it definitely is, because if it's an abandoned cloning facility, I bet that was where they first tried post Django's death.
I don't know,
because they had to figure out how to synthesize the DNA.
I think it even goes farther back than that.
Oh, you think it was?
I think it's like way. I think it's no. I think this is like farther, even before they started.
Pre-Django.
Pre-Django.
Oh.
Like before Tyrannus under the guise of I say the guys said they and there's a whole thing where it actually was Sifo-Dyas who actually commissioned the clones, but some other people say that it was Dooku taking his identity.
Yeah, that's the main theory.
It was explored in season 6 of the Clone Wars, and it's been a long time since I've seen that, and the details are fuzzy whether it actually he did or not. But regardless, I think this is pre this. This could have been some other unrelated cloning, because when Obi-Wan goes to see his friend Dax or whatever his name is at that diner in episode 2.
Yeah.
It's something that, the Kaminoans, they kind of kept to themselves. They are known to be cloners and will do cloning for anybody if you have the monies or whatever. So I think this could have been easily something else.
But see, what I don't understand, and going back to the diner scene, they made it seem like the Kaminoans are the worst kept secret. Like, he's erased from the archives and all that kind of stuff. But you show just a random diner dude, and I'm assuming he was more than that before he opened the diner. Yeah. But you just show a random chef, a cook, at a diner. That's a Kaminoan dart.
Yeah,
you can get that from the Kaminoans.
Yeah, I think in that the reason. Okay, this is my layout of the timeline, my personal belief. Okay, whoever actually commissioned the clone army back whenever, was the one who removed all the information from the Jedi archives about the Kaminoans. Kaminoans? Which way is it? I've heard both. I don't know.
I've always thinking about this. Kaminoans. But
Kaminoans.
It might be based on your accent. And the only reason why I say that is because the only time we ever hear Kaminoans, is the New Zealand, the Kiwis.
New Zealand. Okay, New Zealander. But I keep drawing dots on my paperwork.
I was wondering if you were like communicating in Morse code, and I'm just not reading it.
I just keep dotting, But anyways, whoever did that, that's erased all that information out of the archives. I would imagine before, say, pre-discovery of Anakin on Tatooine.
Ooh, okay.
The Kaminoans were they were in the archive. And it wasn't until Palpatine became senator or chancellor.
Yeah.
He was already a senator. He went from senator to being chancellor of the Republic.
Yeah, he was the senior senator of Naboo.
Yes. And that's when I figure he started his little, my Sith plan is coming into,
Right.
Gets to be able to be start now. So shortly, I'd say probably, after episode 1 ends, after that whole celebration on Naboo, he goes back to Coruscant. Padme does her who knows what, finishes her term as queen on that.
And then the
Naboo.
new queen asked her to be a senator.
Yeah, and whilst they're separate, and who knows how long that was. There was 10-year gap between episodes 1 and 2.
Yeah,
I would imagine that 6 months after, to maybe a year after he's been in Chancellor, that's when he puts the ball in motion to start the Clone Wars, to get the clones with the chips in their heads to turn them against the Jedi.
Right.
And, that whole thing.
See, Order 66, I see your point there, but I have 2 caveat questions. One is, when Obi-Wan first meets Lama Su, does he say how long ago they were commissioned to start? Because I want to say that I heard the number 10 years. It's in my head somewhere. 10 years ago, we were approached by Sifo-Dyas.
Yes. Yeah, which you could round down a little bit.
Right.
You round up or round down, if it was, if 9 years and some change or whatever, 3 months or whatever, somebody, came to me and said, oh, it's almost 10 years ago.
Right.
I would say that.
So then personally, I don't know how it would have been Dooku at that point. Because they said that Dooku left the Jedi Order when Qui-Gon was his Padawan.
I don't know about that.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think that was the conversation between the animated Clone Wars series when he takes Obi-Wan hostage and when he is torturing him in Episode 2. They were saying, we all believed you were dead, and then he said, I trained your master, he was my Padawan. Talking about Qui-Gon. And so that's like, I'm trying to work out the timeline in my head there.
I don't know. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Right.
I mean,
long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and they did
we're
not
just
work
supposed
in a
to
chronological
leave it
order.
like that. Leave
Yeah.
it alone. Don't touch. Like how Omega's little wrist communicator can go long distances.
gosh.
Like, okay, all right. Well, we're not.
I was like,
supposed
that
to
is the
question
best
that.
walkie-talkie ever, even if it was just static.
Okay.
And then there just happened to be I understand it was dilapidated using the word that you used, but the satellite dish, the communications
Janky
relay.
was the name. Was the word I used? Janky.
Well, I was talking about the entire base being dilapidated. But yeah, the janky satellite dish communications relay, and it was still able to broadcast a signal.
Well,
I'm sorry, what?
Sure, most
everything
of the dish
has
was
power
there.
in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah. Anyways, so we now have Finnick is off of the trail of Omega now because Nala Se basically said, okay, I just now want her out of Lama Su's hands.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. I'm going to send you your money. Thank you for your services. Goodbye.
See, I got the we'll wire your money.
Yeah.
And she says, if you change your mind, you know how to reach me.
Yeah,
I think
would
that
imagine,
was leaving it open.
Yeah, if she wanted,
she's going to be a
come
silent
back,
protector.
Maybe, possibly. It depends on if Nala Se can covertly keep funds funneled, but I don't know if that's going to be a thing. I think maybe if it comes down to it, if Cad Bane becomes more of an issue and Lama Su starts doing more bounty hunters after, more and more, obviously that's going to create tension, but between the bounty hunters as we saw here. This is my bounty, not yours.
Do you think that Lama Su, before the end of this series, will find out that Nala Se has been acting against him?
Maybe. And
because he seems the kind of person that holds a grudge.
Well, his philosophy is a little bit, granted, he did mention that Nala Se had formed an attachment to Omega,
right?
Which I think that is something that is maybe a little bit taboo for the Kaminoans.
Yeah,
because they're in business. This is their product, cloning. You're not supposed to get it. It's like, for example, my actual real job. This is not it. This is for fun here. I work at a computer shop locally, and it would be the same like if I built a new system and came so attached to it that I didn't want to put it out for sale or something. I mean, it's kind of that sort of. It's maybe a little bit extreme or something, but you think about it in that sort of terms. But yeah, and Nala Se, if she's found out one of two things is going to happen, she is either going to take Lama Su out or the opposite.
Yeah, that I foresee.
Either way,
Lama Su.
Yeah.
Is he strictly a bounty hunter, or would Cad Bane also be considered an assassin?
I think it depends on the amount of money that he is given.
Okay.
To be perfectly honest, I think he is up for anything as long as he is paid.
Okay. The reason why I ask is because if Lama Su tells Cad Bane the reason why he lost his bounty is because one of his own Kaminoans was working against him, I think Cad Bane would, like, take her out for free.
I don't know about that. Cad Bane seems very, very much monetarily driven. Very rarely does he do anything
He wouldn't
pro
do it out of-
bono,
He wouldn't
per
do
se.
anything out of pride.
I don't know.
Because he just lost his bounty because someone else was meddling.
Not maybe. It depends.
Especially that's the first time we've seen him technically lose a fight.
Sort of, yeah. I mean, granted, he
Technically?
did lose against, like Obi-Wan and who was it? Was it Anakin or was it Kit Fisto at that point? Anyways, it doesn't matter. They were trying to chase down Zero the Hutt when Zero was trying to do some shenanigans, and Size Noodles killed him. Shot him in. And then Cad Bane's like, "Oh well, job done. All right, he's dead. I can't do anything, so I'm out." So, yeah. Anyways,
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch the Cad Bane episodes of Clone Wars because I barely remember anything about this character, and the fact that he's your favorite makes me very, very at a disadvantage.
Oh man, and yeah, let's see. I really don't have much else. I mean, I don't know at this point. Are they going to go back to Sid? Or are they going to try and find some place to lay low elsewhere? I don't know if Sid, granted, I'm sure her resources are extensive, but I don't know if even she would even have the clout to hold off Cad Bane.
Yeah, even she, like, when they were relaying what she said, basically it was like, Cad Bane's involved, I don't want anything to do with this.
Well, yeah, but it's interesting that they still had. Well, I would imagine that the Empire would still keep files on the various bounty hunters. Granted, it was a Republic file, so it wouldn't have been something like from the Jedi that would have been erased or anything like that. But yeah,
I was gonna say, I thought that was the information they pulled up from the ship. That was information that Sid sent them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like, here's the Republic file. This is all I know.
Okay.
And this is all not necessarily how to track him down or anything like that. But,
right.
But yeah, I would imagine that also the Empire would have had this sort of information, which kind of leads me to wonder how they're going to react whenever they found out that the Kaminoans, are like hiring bounty hunters to go and find this one clone, really.
Yeah.
When they would have been specifically, Crosshair has been specifically ordered to kill them.
Yeah,
Regardless.
and also, the Empire's already said, we don't care about clones anymore.
Right. I mean,
so why are you
they're
wasting
just kind
money?
of, it's just kind of.
Unless they want to make more clones to fight against the Empire because the Empire
I don't know.
Screwed them over a little bit.
Well, yeah, by using a technicality. Your deal was with the Republic. That doesn't exist anymore, so null and void contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and yeah, I have a feeling that things are not going to go well for the Kaminoans, and I don't think it's going to go well for our Batchers. I mean, it's just things are going to get really bad.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's going to be a Rogue One situation where then nobody's going to make it.
Yeah.
Like, the only person we know for sure 100% that makes it is
Rex.
And we've seen
Which
him
he's
one
off
time.
doing his own thing anyways.
Yeah.
So, wow. The only other thing that I could say is they fake Omega's death to basically get everybody off of their back, and they go and find some planet somewhere that they can just hide, lay low, and just stay there for who knows how long.
Well, that'll be an interesting next 9 episodes or 6 episodes or whatever it is.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I would suggest.
Yeah.
Whether they go with that in the show or not is a...
Yeah. In
Well,
Filoni we trust.
Yeah, well... I mean, I'm sure whatever we get, it's going to be fantastic regardless. Yeah. But, you know, that's how I would handle this situation. Yeah. You know, we have all these people that they could be sending after. You know, what do we do? Well, we just pretend, we just fake their deaths. They can just go off and just be, you know, like Rex, whenever he showed up a couple of episodes ago. He said that, well, Tech had said that according to their record, the Empire's records, he was declared killed in action.
Right.
So
because he was on the ship with Ahsoka.
Yeah, and if they could pull that off, I mean, that would give them a little bit of breathing room.
It would.
You know, and maybe that's how the season ends or whatever. They just go off and just hide forever until
until one of the live action shows picks them up and they're like, "You're not supposed to know we're here."
Yeah, you see 4 old guys with like an adult woman being basically their nursing home caretaker,
right?
Because
oh my gosh. Wow.
I mean, they were, even though they are genetically, they have mutations or whatever, they still were accelerated aged.
Yeah.
So, and if you look at, I mean,
the only one that's not going to age is Omega.
Well, she aged normally.
That's what I'm saying. She's not accelerated.
Yeah. And obviously, apparently, we're seeing a little bit with that with Rex because of basically Omega calling him old.
Yeah.
Whatever. She's like, I can see it in the lines of your face.
Yeah.
He just nicely called him old.
Right.
But then again, with war, it can age a person.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and then when we see Rex again in Rebels, I mean, it's like 14 years later after this, I guess, roughly, just get ballparking it. He's bald and gray, white beard, not gray bearded. He's white beard. He's full on. I'm a grandpa, sort of thing.
Gosh, I wish we find out how we meet Gregor and Wolf.
Ah, man, that's
the one thing I'm really excited for. I don't know if it'll happen in this, but I want to meet Gregor and Wolf when they first meet.
And I'm wondering if it's not going to be... I don't know. I have it may be sometime after the clones have been fully discharged.
Yeah.
And then the stormtrooper whatever, it fully takes over, the whole conscription. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Conscription actually starts.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that there is going to be an order come through that basically turns off the inhibitor chips in all the clones at some point.
Order 67.
Or it could just be simply rescind Order 66, because Palpatine has got his, he's done with the Jedi.
Right.
Granted, he has his Inquisitors, which comes later.
Yeah.
To hunt down any potential Jedi that's still survived.
Or anybody that's
who's force sensitive and take them to who knows what facility on Mustafar.
Mustafa.
Because that's Vader's home now.
Yeah.
Because that's essentially where he was actually really created, if you think about it.
Yeah.
And that final fight between him, Anakin, and Obi-Wan, that's where Vader truly got created. He could have still easily turned before, after slaughtering the Separatist leaders.
Yeah.
Whenever Padme and Obi-Wan showed up, that he could have easily just turned there, but I think it was too far gone by that time. But
yeah, he gets his name in Chancellor's office after killing Mace Windu.
Well, then disarming literally Mace Windu, and then Palpatine electroblasts him out the window.
Yeah.
And
then he gets his name. Then he's sent to Mustafar.
Yeah.
Or no, he's sent to slaughter the younglings.
Well, he's sent to attack the Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
Yes. Which that does include slaughtering younglings.
Then he's sent to Mustafar.
Yeah, then he's sent to Mustafar to deal with the separatists. Little do they realize what dealing with really means.
Yeah. So, what is it like? Not my agent, but I have a representative coming to give you your payment or something like that, and he gets them all
take care of you.
Yeah.
My new apprentice is going to come and take care of you.
That's what I was trying to think of the word.
Yeah. Anyways, we're way off topic again.
Well, we're still technically on Star Wars.
Yes.
It's not as bad as usual.
No. So, Omega knows now her purpose.
Yeah. Did she know she was a clone?
Yeah, she knew she was a clone, but I don't think she knew
that
how
she was the
valuable
clone.
she was as a clone. I think it was just pretty much that's like, yeah, I'm a clone and I'm a special one, yada yada yada. That's why I want to hang out with the Bad Batch, because they're special just like me. And now that she knows, I mean, granted, Hunter was doing his best to try to comfort her that, yeah, we'll be here. You're not going to have to go back to Camino ever again.
Right.
But you could tell, which is a testament to the animation quality, that, that was a little bit comforting, but I don't think it's fully,
right.
It's like, oh, whew, all right, I don't have to worry about that ever again. But you don't get that feeling. I mean, it's just that weight now that's on her shoulders, about this was what I was actually created for.
Right.
And being in a tube.
Yeah.
Full of green goo. I would imagine it's not, like you've mentioned formaldehyde. I don't think they may have something like that. And I think it's like Bacta, the liquid stuff that they use.
But Bacta tanks aren't green, are they?
Well, we've only seen it being used in medical facility, and usually it gets drained or whatever, and it's put new stuff in there. Who knows how long it's in there? I would imagine it goes bad like anything else, and they could just have molded.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well,
there's
that's the end of our
episode.
Ugh.
Now we're ready for lunch. I'm hungry.
Actually, I am too. But
I will. All right. Well, I think unless you have anything else,
no, I'm gonna let that sit with the viewers and the comments. I'm sure have something to say about that. Okay.
Oh, one other real quick thing, and I did mention it during the reaction that little pod thing that Omega used to escape from the decommissioned it looked like a sand.
It really
pod,
looks like a sand pod. Yeah.
From Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Except it ran out of fuel. Almost.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gone. No, I'm falling. Okay.
Yeah. Also, I don't even know if it had the right kind of boosters for her to escape orbit, even if it didn't run out of gas.
Who knows? I mean, you see some of the ship designs that they have. Obviously, Neil deGrasse Tyson's not designing the Star Wars ships. Or they'd all look like our space shuttle, the ones that are decommissioned now.
Yeah.
Not the ones that, they've been using, like the Saturn rockets or whatever. Anyways.
SpaceX flights.
SpaceX or anything like that. They're not aerodynamic. But then again, if you build something in space, it don't count about whatever it is. But then again,
Dragon 1 did look really cool, though. I'm just saying.
Like, no?
That was the shuttle that they sent up
I never
3 or 4 months ago.
Okay,
It was called Dragon.
Oh, okay.
And it looked really cool. It looked like a shuttle that's designed to look like a sports car. It was pretty slick. Anyway.
Well, Elon Musk designed it, so
yeah,
whatever.
It's a Tesla space shuttle. That's all.
Okay. But, yeah, and also the other thing that technology that they have that we don't is repulsor lift technology. So
yeah,
shape is irrelevant.
Yeah.
And everything, they have unlimited power. Whatever. I mean, we had coax
power.
Yes.
Because it's the Empire, and that's the whole point.
Now I'm just seeing it's like all the failed Sith back on Korriban. You're not good enough to be an apprentice to any master, so your job is to sit in this power and just shoot lightning at this capacitor. Kind of all of Legend of Korra, what Mako's job was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that's I'm shooting lightning into this thing to make power for the rest of society.
Yes. Let's go.
Okay, all right. And I think that's about time for us to go again. All right. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any of the episodes. And until next week, bye-bye, and be blessed, guys.